So hello students and viewers, how are you all? I hope all of you are fine and safe. This is your Arindam sir and you are watching Revision Learning. So students, till now in our chapter major crops we have discussed about what are crops, and then we move to the types of crops, like types of food crops, example wheat, rice, millets, maize, types of fiber crops, example cotton, jute, types of cash crops, example sugarcane and rubber. Today in this video, we'll discuss about the types of beverage crops, example tea and coffee. Yes, all of you know what is a tea and what is a coffee, and these are known as the beverage crops. So before going to this, we should know that what is a beverage. So let's start our today's class. What is a beverage? Beverage means it is a type of drink, a drink other than water that is potable. Okay, so beverage means other than water, the drink. For example, you can say tea, juice, any type of juice, coffee, etc. So many things. So beverage, we also use beverage to give, or sometimes we might offer our guests that came in our house the beverage, or in the evening as a snacks also we can take the beverages. Okay. So the two examples of beverage crops given in our book is number one is tea and number two is coffee. So let's just know something about the tea. Okay. Now what is a tea? All of us know that tea is an aromatic beverage. Okay, and the first time tea was discovered as a beverage in the 2700 before current era, BC, long ago. Okay, so then you can easily understand that it's very early it was discovered. Then the first tea reached in Europe in around 1609. After gaining a huge amount of popularity in the France, the Netherlands, England, Russia, and by the mid of the 18th century it was exported to the colonies of America. Now tea needs labor. Labor in large number is required to pick the leaves of the teas. Why? Because you know that from the tea leaves the tea is been made. The tea after when the farmers extract tea leaves from the tea plantations, from the tea plants, after that from that leaves only it goes to some processing. The processing of tea leaves are done, and after the processing we get the tea in the packeted form in the market. So because of this reason someone had to pick the leaves from the tea garden or tea plantation, and that's why tea needs large labors. You can see in this picture also, labor in large number is required to pick the tea leaves. Now Kenya, India, China and Sri Lanka produce the best quality tea in the entire world. And tea producing states in India are, the most Assam, where tea is famous, then Darjeeling, West Bengal, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Assam produces half of the country's tea. Okay, now let's move to the growing conditions of tea. Now tea requires warm and humid climate and well distributed high rainfall. So this is the basic requirement for tea. Tea requires very warm and very humid climate along with a well distributed high rainfall at around or approximately around 150 centimeter to 250 centimeter throughout the year for the growth of its tender leaves. I told you tea has been taken or tea has been made from the tea leaves. So to grow or for the better growth of its tender leaves, it requires very warm and humid climate and well distributed high rainfall and ranging from 150 centimeter to 250 centimeter throughout the year. Also, tea needs well drained loamy soils and very gentle slopes. Now why gentle slopes? Because so suppose you have done the plantation of tea in the plains. Now when there will be heavy rainfall, there will be an ample of possibility that the water would be stored in the roots of the tea plants, which might destroy the tea plant. So because of this reason, as it requires heavy rainfall, so in case of rainfall, if the tea plants are grown in the slopey areas and the hilly areas, then the water will not stay on that spot, rather water will roll down to the plains and there will be no storage of water in the roots of the trees. And because of this reason, it's better if the cultivation of tea is done in the gentle slopes in the slopey regions. The ideal suitable temperature for growing tea is 25 degrees centigrade to 30 degrees centigrade, and also it grows very well at high altitudes at 2100 meter above sea level. The picking of the young leaves of the tea, this process is called flush. Okay, and the processing of tea leaves after picking up the leaves, I told you that there are some processing of the tea leaves are done. So the processing of the tea leaves involves weathering process, rolling, fermentation, firing and grading. So students, this is all about your tea. Now let's move to coffee. So I hope all of you have taken coffee, or you love to take coffee in your home whenever you get stressed, or whenever we are stressed out, whenever we are suffering from headache. We need some amount of caffeine, and there are lots of caffeine in coffee. So if you study the coffee, then Africa is the native home of coffee, where it grew in the highlands. Okay, then eventually, slowly, you can say, it quickly got spreaded in the Brazil after arriving from the French. Okay, from the France, it came from the French people basically. So quickly the coffee, or the popularity of coffee, got spreaded in Brazil after arriving from the France, and Brazil is known as the coffee pot of the world, as it produces 1/3 of the world's coffee, followed by Colombia and India. So Brazil is known as the coffee pot of the world. Why? Because it produces 1/3 of the world's coffee. That is like, it's a huge amount. In huge amount it produces coffee, which is followed by, again, we people, India and Colombia. So if you go to the growing conditions of coffee, like the same one, the first point will be the same one as we have seen in case of tea, that hill slope are more suitable for growing coffee. Why? Because of the same reason we have discussed in case of tea. If there is a hill slopes, then water will roll down to the plains, and water will not store in the roots of the coffee plant, and because of this reason coffee plants will not die. So because of this, hill slope are more suitable for growing coffee. Also, coffee requires warm and wet climate. Moderate temperature of about 25 degrees centigrade to 28 degrees centigrade is also required, along with moderate rainfall. So in case of tea, we have seen high rainfall, but in case of coffee, there is moderate rainfall. Coffee requires moderate amount of rainfall. Then lastly, the soil should be well drained, very fertile, and rich in iron and calcium. Okay. So in India, coffee is primarily grown in the states of Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu, along with Odisha, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh and northeastern states of India. So students, I hope that you are all clear about tea and coffee. I hope you have understood about the beverage crops, and the two examples you have seen in the form of tea and coffee. We have learned about what is a tea and what is a coffee, and also we have seen the growing conditions for tea and coffee. In our next class, we will discuss about the agricultural development in India, and that will be our last topic in this chapter. So don't miss that video. Okay, and if you have any doubts, if you have any queries, you can ask me in the comment section below. And students, if you like my explanation, then please like this video, share it to your friends, subscribe to Revision Learning and press the bell icon so that you never miss any of our videos and updates. So students, keep studying, stay safe, and we'll meet in your next class. Bye bye.